I'm not doing that. I'm like, okay. So I don't know about yeah, I don't know about story time. That's probably not going to happen. Some of the stuff, huh?
What I keep seeing on there's people about Beth, you and Beth.
Yeah, there is that. Um, yeah. What you want to know? I missed that
Uh,
one. I didn't see that for real.
oh, it seems like there's a lot of people spill on Beth, talk about Beth, y'all's beef together, whatever. It seems like there's a lot of people that want to hear about you and your relationship with Beth.
Um, we worked together. There was what happened was on Twitter not long ago, a couple weeks ago, it came back out. The first time I wrestled Beth, her finisher, she hooks your arms and then like face plants you. Well, she didn't unhook my arms. Don't know why. She definitely knew how because she'd had plenty of matches. Um, Ended up giving me a concussion. I didn't sell it. I'm not going to let you know that you know, did anything. And actually let it go. And then years after that, in the WWE magazine, she made a comment about it. I was like, oh, so she did know what she did. Okay. Still no biggie. We still had to work these storylines. She didn't really enjoy working myself and Layla, I don't think. Um, but I guess just a couple weeks ago on Twitter, people posted that finish where it's like, I think it was in relation to the coronavirus because my head's hitting the mat. It's one of those deals like coronavirus has me like, boom, boom. And so that led to a lot of people asking, well, again, I can keep my mouth like I'm all about if I know somebody, if I have an issue, I'm going to ask you out of respect, out of love, in a loving way. I'll ask you. Well, I guess her answer was to everybody that was saying, why didn't you unhook her arms? Her answer was, there's more to the story, or there's two sides to the story, or something. And I was like, oh, I'd like to know, like, what are the sides of the story? So I liked a few messages, and people don't miss anything. I was kind of like, I would like to know. Radio silence. I reached out personally, not on social media.
Yeah.
Not to blast it to millions and millions of fans. Basically saying, I would love to know the rest of the story. Like, I don't know what happened. What the heck happened? Like, I just assumed. But my issue is when people put stuff out there, it seems a little calculated. Like you're putting it out there, insinuating that I've got something to hide or I've done something, which there's a lot of people, again, going back to what we talked about, that see a lot of other women as gods. But because I date Mark, they hate on me so much. So I think when she put that out there, there's two sides to the story. It was kind of, she's a smart girl. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
So I asked, and I didn't get anything for several days. And then I got a response that basically said, we should be so grateful and supporting women and this, that, and the other. And again, I shoot from the hip, and I was like, that's exactly what we should do, which is exactly the opposite of what you just put out to the world. So bottom line, I still never got the other side of the story, so I don't know what it is. But I asked personally. I didn't